Welcome to another episode of the He's on Fire podcast. I'm your host for tonight, Jay Joyce. You can find me on Twitter at that handle, and follow us everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, what have you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on Apple Pod and Spotify or wherever you hear your podcasts. So I'm gonna be conducting the show tonight. Evan is busy tonight. He is flying for work tomorrow, so he has to hit the hay. Kids aren't going down for a couple people, like Ahmed and Salt was going to join us too, but I feel like somebody ought to talk about this game tonight because it was absolutely huge. But first, I just want to talk about real quick. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 today. Absolutely beautiful movie. I was an emotional wreck the whole time, and God, yeah, that movie was great. And I'm going to miss James Gunn doing Marvel movies, but with him going to DC, I'm a big DC guy, and DC's been, been in the weeds for a long, long time, and with no consistency, no direction. And if anyone can change DC Studios around, it is a guy like James Gunn. So I'm really looking forward to the future with that. But Suns win tonight, 124 to 129, and this game was top to bottom a very eventful game, very high level basketball. Phrase it however you want. Jokic had one of the most insane stat lines I've seen in a minute. Even last game, his stat line was ridiculous. All the stars showed up in this game, and what it came down to is just whoever had the ball last, really, because no team kind of branched off. It was trading baskets, and it came down to which role players stepped up, and it was the Phoenix Suns tonight. So, let me just bring up the stats and all. I'll for all the viewers, I'll throw it up on the screen. All right. Hang on. All right. There we go. So, all right. Yeah, sorry about that for all the listeners. So, the Denver Nuggets tonight, Jokic went absolutely insane. 20 of 30 from the field. Played 40 minutes. That's pretty crazy. 11 of 13 from the line. 53 points. Yeah, the dude was berserk tonight. He would not miss a shot. This game would have wrapped up a lot sooner if he just missed a couple. Jamal Murray had a really good game as well. He had 28 points, 13 of 25. Not the most efficient, but he played 42 minutes. He was definitely not a negative for the Nuggets tonight. But besides those two, no other role player really stepped up the way that they should have. Jokic and Murray did a lot of the heavy lifting. They combined for 82 points tonight. Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. both had 11 points, and Caldwell Pope had 10. And the Nuggets only had 11 points off the bench. Yeah, that's a no-go. Tonight, the Suns absolutely destroyed not only the bench points, but all across the board. I don't know if we won the rebound battle. We probably didn't. It was probably close. It felt close. I'm not going to check it out right now. But both Kevin Durant and Devin Booker both dropped 36 points tonight. Torrey Craig only played like 7 seconds tonight, which is absolutely insane. Book is on a different level right now. He is not missing. He is playing some of the highest IQ basketball in the league right now. And it's very special to watch, and it makes it even better when he's playing for my favorite team. Devin Booker is absolutely killing it. And for all the people that were saying with Kevin Durant, waiting for him to have, his game, he's had a lot of wishy-washy games since he's been in a Phoenix Suns uniform. I always bring up that Dallas Maverick game. I think it was game 5 when we had him. And he handled business. He took over. Kevin Durant was great that game, but we really haven't seen that level of shooting since then. And Kevin Durant, for 2 games straight, put on stellar performances, but tonight was absolutely huge, and we needed every bucket from him. He was 11 of 19 from the field, 12 of 13 from the free throw line. He continued to be aggressive and driving the ball into the paint. And dude, he was very aggressive, and his middies were dropping. And dude also had 11 rebounds, all defensive rebounds. He did have 5 turnovers. He was kind of trying to throw the ball across court, and then he did get stripped a couple times. But, that's going to happen. He definitely wasn't a negative tonight. But if we would have lost, we would have definitely looked at those turnovers. But we did limit the transition points. I think they only had about 10. I'm going off the top of my head. I'm not exactly sure. And DeAndre Ayton, you look at his stats, right? And you see minus 13 in the plus minus. He had 8 points. He did not play a lot. He played 27 minutes tonight. But you can tell night and day difference from last game to this game. First possession of the game, he had 3 offensive boards. And then he finished with 4. So first possession, he had 3 offensive boards. He was hitting the ground. He was playing really good defense. He had a couple and ones, I believe, 1 or 2, but he had a crucial one down the stretch. There was a different DeAndre Ayton tonight. His defense was really solid. He got benched after Jamal Murray kind of had like a wide open baseline dunk and stuff. I thought Jamal Murray stepped out, and I think DeAndre Ayton thought so too, and he didn't close out, and he got benched right after that. Jock Landale continuing to be aggressive in the paint and making Jokic work, man. And Landale, not only his defense has been pretty solid on Jokic, he's making his presence known, and he's also closing off his passing lanes, which you look at the bench points and what Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. have been trying to do. I mean, it's helping a bunch. So not only Jock is bringing it, but we're going to talk about Landry Shamet. Okay, I'm gonna save him for at the end, and after we go through the stats, I'll throw up the highlights and while I talk to you guys. But T.J. Warren played 19 minutes. He only had 5 points, but dude, his defense has been exactly what we need. It's not stellar, but he's staying in front of guys. He's closing out. There was a defensive sequence in the middle of the second quarter. It was Payne, Warren, Ross, KD, and Jock. Those 5 were out there, and they were switching like crazy, and they were they weren't sagging off. They were switching properly. They weren't late. And Caldwell Pope ended up getting like a lucky bounce and it went in. But since that defensive possession, the defense was pretty stellar after that. The Nuggets hit some tough shots. We sucked on defense a couple times. And this game was a little closer than it should have been, but we still handled business at the end of the day. Real quick, let's see who's all in here. What is going on, guys? What's going on, Classy? How you doing tonight? What's going on, Coda? What is going on, Todd? Yeah, dude, Jokic is insane, man. I don't watch a lot of Nuggets games, and it's easy for me to critique a guy that I don't watch a lot. But yeah, dude, he's insane. He does not miss. What's up, Ken? How you doing tonight? Yeah, Landry fucking Shamet. We're gonna give him his justice tonight. I mean, eat some crow a bit, but I gotta help myself out a bit. But dude, I mean, he was giving the looks. We're definitely gonna talk about it right now. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. It's a nice night to talk about the Suns win after being down 0-2. Now we tie the series. Come on, y'all. Like and subscribe, share around, leave more comments. Man, thanks, guys. But, yeah, let's get back to the box score here. Landale put out really good minutes. Warren, his defense has been really good, and he's hit And Warren's hit some timely buckets as well, which has been very crucial um, for us, especially at the end of the game when he had his free throws. That's just what you need. And then with Ross, too. Ross getting 17 minutes, 3 of 7. Um, it's not the best, but I'll take Warren shots all goddamn day. He was rushing a little bit, but he did tweak it. He hit 2 threes, I believe. Yeah, he was 2 of 6 from the three, and his defense was really solid. Again, like I had no issues with Terrence Ross and Warren and Shamit's defense tonight, and they made Jamal Murray work, and Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon really couldn't do anything, and that's all you can ask for from these bench guys. And bench points tonight, I think they had 24. They absolutely destroyed Nuggets in bench points, which was a complete 180 from the previous 3 games. But all right, let's talk about Landry Shamet. Okay, when we acquired Landry Shamet and JaVale McGee, when we got those two, I knew what JaVale McGee could bring. He was already like one of the best backup centers you can possibly get. But when we got Landry, we knew he was a 40% 3-point shooter. We knew his defense was pretty solid. And we've gotten that, but we haven't seen a stellar Landry Shamet game. He's had his 20-point games in like regular season stuff and whatnot, and he just hasn't been consistent with his threes. And Monty dies on the hill of Landry Shamet, and all the Phoenix Suns fans have thrown it. And in Monty's face and Landry's face, just be better and all this stuff, And it got to the point earlier in the series, even in the Clippers series, we were like, Shamet should not be touching the floor when we got other scorers that we've seen more consistently, like Warren and Ross. But, dude, Landry Shamet showed up tonight. The Nuggets wanted to double Book and KD whenever they could and close out on either Jock or DA down in the paint. And they were okay with leaving Landry Shamet open in the corner. And he made them fucking pay, dude. 5 of 6 from the 3 tonight. Huge. He took over in the 4th. Huge. Landry Shamet, unbelievable tonight. Plus 15 tonight. 19 points, 6 of 9 from the field. Stellar game. We absolutely needed that. And that ripped out the heart of Mike Malone and the Denver Nuggets, man. He kept on hitting him, and I knew that we had this game in the bag because if Landry Shamet, a guy that we've like thrown dirt on his name for the past 2 seasons, if he's hitting his shots, we have a pretty good chance. Shout out to Landry Shamet, man. If you watch this, thank you for just doing your job and stuff. And if you continue to do that, we will not say one thing about it, man. And we're going to give you your flowers. You absolutely deserve that. If I had a Suns Jam drop, I would absolutely give you one. Shamalama Ding Dong or whatever the fuck it is. All right, let's see who's commenting here. Yeah, my prediction was Suns in 6, and I was still feeling pretty good after we went down 0-2. Not good, but, it's the expectations people put on the Suns with how little we knew about this team was kind of unfair. Last game when Kevin Durant and Devin combined for like 86 points, just about everyone was like, you're not going to win, games like that. The bench has to produce. We tonight, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant both scored 36, and our bench came out, and we won. That's what we need, Kevin Durant was stellar. Devin was unbelievable, man. He's the best player like in the league right now. And if you want to just say playoffs, cool, dude. But Giannis got bitched out. Jokic is still playing unbelievable, man. It's a top 3 conversation. If you put Jokic at 1, I'm not gonna fight you on it. I mean, Murray's been good for them, man. I mean, it's that scoring punch that they needed when we first went against them, Murray's good. I'm a Murray fan. I like Jamal Murray. Bubble Murray was crazy, and I loved watching him go against Donovan Mitchell in that series. That was some of the best basketball I've seen to that point. There's been a lot of good basketball since, but yeah, if they didn't have Jamal Murray, I mean, yeah, we probably would have wrapped up this series by now. But I mean, they're a really good team. Uh, every, Everyone's been throwing dirt on their name on Landry's name, and deservedly so. I mean, yeah, his first 3-point attempt, like he pump faked and drove in a bit, and then he bounced back into the corner. And he had a wide open lane to just like have like an easy layup, but I was kind of over Shannon at that point in the beginning of the game. But his defense was good, man. He made Jamal Murray work, and Jamal kind of missed a lot too. So I'm like, tonight is Landry's night, and we're gonna talk about Jokic and that whole Matt Ishbia thing because, dude, I love our owner so much. He's the best, man. Fucking, he got us a point. Devin Booker said he did his job. He absolutely did. Shout out Matt Ishbia, man. If you see this, please give me tickets, man. I want to go to the game. But yeah, dude. That about covers it. Campaign had a really nice three ball earlier. He only hit one. Cool. If he hits one tonight, I'm totally cool with it. I'm not expecting him to go off like that, but it was a nice timely three. We absolutely needed that one. And he was 2 of 8 from the field, only 5 points, but defense was good, nice rotations, and just leadership, man. Like you saw him mic'd up last game, he's playing ball, man. He's playing high IQ ball. I've not had an issue with Campaign since he's been fully back. But yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm gonna get some highlights up in a minute, but let's talk about Campaign can absolutely do better. Yeah, he can. Like, there's always room for improvement and all that stuff, but he's been doing exactly what we needed, pushing the pace, good defensive rotations, and just not turning the ball over, not doing those typical Campaign stuff. And he has been doing it. And after I think it was one of the Clippers games, I want to say game 4 or game 3, he waved off. No, Campaign didn't even play that. I think it might have been in earlier in this series against the Nuggets. That Campaign waved off Book and KD to get a shot. It might have been game 2, and he hasn't done anything like that since. There was probably a conversation about that, but man, yeah, everybody's been showing up. I mean, even Monty's rotations, I had no issue with it tonight. Absolutely none. Yeah, no more 30-footers from Campaign. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I love Payne's baseline left floater layup. It's money, dude. He's hit a good amount of those. But let's talk about this Jokic and Matt Ishbia thing, man. Should he be suspended? Let me know, because if you look at the rules, if a player goes into the crowd and makes contact with them in an aggressive way, it's a automatic suspension. The fact that the person that he pushed was the Suns owner shouldn't really change that rule. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if Jokic doesn't get suspended because the NBA needs to make their money, but you kind of have to pull the trigger on a suspension, no? If it was a fan, right? Malice in the Palace is in people's heads, man. What are you supposed to do? We'll find out tomorrow if he is suspended. Of course, as a Suns fan, I hope he does. As a basketball fan, I would hate to see that. Him get suspended over that. And narratives are already being pushed. There's video evidence of what happened, right? Matt did have the ball. He tried giving it up. For one, Jokic should be he shouldn't be going after the ball in the crowd. If anyone's going to do it, it's the referee. The referee needs to touch the ball for it to be inbounded. Even if Jokic grabs it and whatnot, it wasn't in a crunch time situation. It was either the second or third quarter. I don't exactly remember. She let us jump him. I mean, shit, dude. Have another brawl. If oh, man, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, what do you do as that as an NBA office? Do you suspend Jokic in a crucial game 5 in Denver? Of course, as a Suns fan, I want him suspended at one game. I want it, but he probably isn't, which is fine because we've handled business these last 2 games. We handled home. If we steal one game 5, I will be at game 6, and I have a good feeling after that for sure because this team's clicking now. We're playing with pace. Chris Paul's out, but he's not slowing this thing up. Hey, honestly, I'll be down to have Chris Paul run the bench unit. We've been doing a lot of point book, and it's been really effective. Don't get me wrong, but if I had the choice, I would keep Chris Paul out as long as we can. As long as we keep on winning, I would keep Chris Paul out. And if we can close this series sooner than the Lakers and Warriors series, dude, I ain't gonna say anything further than that. Joker should be suspended, but yeah, you'll probably have to pay a fine. It'll probably be like $25,000 or something. But let's get some highlights up. We'll do that real quick before we get out of here. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, talk about the game. This game absolutely needed to be talked about. Check out the timeline. I listen to them after every game. Watch Suns Jam. Watch Locked On Suns. Watch PHNX. Take all the Suns content as you can, man. The Suns are rolling right now, and you love to see it. Probably after this, I will be watching or at least listening to the timeline and all. But yeah, I was trading baskets for majority of this game. The third quarter, we definitely put our foot on the gas and we started hitting some tough shots. My biggest issue with this game was the calls that should have been called against the Nuggets. Obviously, you can say the same thing from a different perspective against us, but multiple times Jokic was in the paint for longer than a long Mississippi 3 count, and he's just allowed to live in there. There was a backcourt violation that should have been called, but it wasn't. Yeah, Jokic was unbelievable in this game. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, his 3 ball was dropping too. I knew this game was going to be pretty close if that ball kept on going down. Oh, God. Sorry. Ads. But, yeah, Kevin Durant, stellar. Look at that ball handling, dude. Shook him up. Yeah, what was huge is that we got Aaron Gordon in foul trouble early. That was huge. Yeah, he got stripped right there. I thought they hit wrist, but they're not really calling stuff like that. Yeah, so I wasn't really worried at this point, being down 9. I mean, the Nuggets went on a pretty good run, and our offense stalled up a bit. Man, look at that. Look at that drive. I knew Devin Booker still had it 2 minutes in the game. His passing has been unbelievable. Look at that. Fuck off me. And one. A lot of and ones in this game, too. Each Jokic one was, this across the court touchdown. Kevin Durant. Dude, yeah. Way to close a half, man. Get it down to a 2-point game. Look at KD, man. Big. And one. You can't be up in you can't be up in his grill, Jeff Green. You can't. Yeah, Jamal Murray was really good in this game, man. But he did disappear in spurts, but they did have to conduct some offense, They did have to settle a lot of ISO ball and starting their offense late. That's been huge for us defensively, is getting them flustered. Look at that. 8 of 9, 19 points from Devin Booker with 4:40 left in the second quarter. Yeah, DA with an and one. Night and day difference with DeAndre Ayton tonight compared to last game. And I don't know how they call that a foul, but, whatever. I digress. KD with the drive here. Dang. I knew that one was money. This was such a good game just as a basketball watcher. Look at Jokic. He shouldn't be able to move like that. I love aggressive KD. Yes. There was a couple times that Jock got Jokic behind him. You can't do that unless if you make a play on the ball, and usually these centers don't. Yeah. Okogie on Jokic, I wasn't. Yeah. DA has some good defense. See, I thought Jamal stepped out there, and DA stopped. Monty got mad at that, and he pulled him out. But look at that. Cross the court, Kogi, Book, bang. That's Phoenix Suns ball, dude. Remember, you remember the Torrey Craig alley against Denver a couple years ago? That had the same energy. Yeah, this was good from them. Good job from Okogie to not foul him, because we have a tendency on doing that. Look at that. Devin Booker is unbelievable right now. And people are having real conversations about him being the best player in the NBA. But people are still going to say, like, oh, Luka and all this stuff. Luka ain't doing this. He's in Cancun. I'm going to stop talking shit. Yeah. Tied game, third quarter. Bruce Brown with the ball. Yeah, like, Jokic's three was just dropping, man. He did miss 2 down the stretch, which was huge for us. Oh, man, yeah, this Devin Booker 3 here. Money. That was a rainbow. And then the one that he had in double coverage, too. I think it's after this Nuggets drive. Tough shot, dude. Jokic is so good, man. And, I think this is, Devin Booker. Bang. It's unbelievable. Best Phoenix Sun ever. That's what you get. Bang. Dude, like, my throat would be fucked if I was at that game. I would be yelling like crazy. See, that's what Ross can do. Like, if we had that in game 2, if we played Ross, that would have been huge for us. Realistically, we should be up 3-1 right now. If we, made our shots game 2, we're looking at this series feeling pretty comfortable. Man. Kevin Durant. See, they're trying to double team him. But he's like, fuck you, Jeff Green. Respect to Jeff Green, though. But fuck you, He's an op. Landry Shamet with the ball. That was a deep 3, man. I was like, what are you doing? But, bagged it. What? Yeah, nice give and go, pick and roll. That was a push off by Jamal, but, they're not really calling that. I was worried here, but, dude, bang. See, like, they're settling on Landry Shamet being open. And fucking, if I was Mike Malone, I'd probably do the same too, because Shamet does not have a good track record. Jokic did travel a few times in this game, but, what are you going to do? Dude, look at that cross-court pass. Shamet, corner, bang. I was yelling at my mom's house, going crazy. Bruce Brown was an absolute non-factor in this game. Absolute non-factor. Nice drop to Jock. Dude, Jock has been great, man. He is so physical. It's exactly what this team needed off the bench. He's been stellar. Look at him hit the ground. Love that energy. Nice pass, Aaron Gordon to Jokic. That was nice. The announcers got to stop glazing the Nuggets so hard. Booker was absolutely going crazy. Shame at 3-quarter. Love it, dude. I was fucking yelling. Yeah, we're up 10 at this point with 4 minutes left. Yeah, this was a tough shot. Dude, they were hitting their shots down. We were just trading buckets at the end. We kept the space. Good play by Aaron Gordon. Nice spin. At this point, Book had 5 fouls. So, yeah, he's all being careful. Book being double teamed. It's DA. Easy and 1. Easy. Night and day difference with DeAndre Ayton. Night and day difference. And all he needs is the rebound and defense and the seal, dude. That's all he needs to do. You don't need his scoring. If he can just be a big man. This KD 3 was huge. He hit one in the beginning of the game, and then he hit that one. Oh, masterpiece. See, I don't know how that's a foul. Jokic created all the contact, but, whatever. Nice pick and roll. Yeah, like a lot of people are going to bitch about that, but the ball was on the cylinder. Like, if you touch that, it's a goaltend. So that was a good play by Aaron Gordon. 35 seconds left. 3-point game. We stalled out this defense. Look at DeAndre. Look at that. Hit the floor. That's what you love to see. Got the tip. Warren got the ball. Foul. That's game, basically. Jokic dropped 50 points. Jamal had 25. And we handle business. You love to see it. Man, this was such a good game, man. Landale was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. With Ayton, it's tough because I wish he was just more consistent. I love Ayton. Him and I are like the same age, so I can only imagine the immense pressure he's under with Chris Paul yelling at him, Booker yelling at him, Monty yelling at him, and now KD. He just needs to execute every night at something, Like if you're not scoring, you got to be rebounding. If you're not rebounding, play stellar defense, man. This defense has been bad this year. It hasn't just been in the playoffs. It's been bad all season. He just needs to tackle something every night. It's either scoring, rebounding, defense. He needs to do something. And more often than not, he's just caught ball watching and not contributing anything. But DeAndre can do a lot. If he just plays center, we don't need him to be the mid god that he can be. Yeah, for sure. And we mess up on rotations too. Okogie, gets blown by sometimes. But, yeah, like, DA just forgets how big he is. Yeah, Jokic does get away with a lot of shit. I mean, when you have a superstar, what do you do, man? Yeah, like, you can't double this team, and this is what we were saying, when we acquired KD. It's like, we knew Devin Booker was going to get his, and we knew Kevin Durant was going to get his. And it was going to come down to who did they want to double and be comfortable with. Because if we got at least 50% of last year's Chris Paul, that's wraps. Because a lot of teams like the Nuggets, they like running drop. And we kill them and drop up like 100%. And so you can't double Book. You can't double KD. Like, it's hard to cover Chris when you're trying to double. Then you have to worry about DeAndre Ayton down at the block. And then whoever the fourth is in the corner, Landry Shamet, Terrence Ross, Torrey Craig, Josh Okogie. You don't necessarily want to leave that corner open. So what do you do? And tonight, until like the fourth quarter or the end of the second half, really, that's when They're like, all right, let's just throw doubles at KD. Let's just see what happens. And Landry Shaman went off. Next man up mentality. Who do you look for potential CP3 replacements? It's tough because he has one more year of guaranteed money, I think. I'm not too familiar with like the whole how contracts work in general, but Fred VanVleet's name's been flown around. I could definitely see him in a Phoenix Suns uniform, which I think would be pretty nice. It's tough. I mean, yeah, Kyrie's name's floating around, but then we would have to do a sign and trade with Dallas, probably send DA. If we want to save in cap space, probably have CP retire. If we win a ring this year, CP will probably retire. I mean, what else does he have to play for at that saved money? Yeah, VanVleet would be good. If we still have Prime Rubio, I would not be opposed to that. But there's a lot of options out there. You know, it's just like who's least prone to turnovers, who's the most reliable. Because at this point, we just need reliability. Like, I feel like Toronto needs to blow up their team a bit. And if they want to give us VanVleet, maybe we can do something with getting OG and VanVleet. I don't know. Just spitballing. The NBA probably won't let us do that anyway. So, but Kyrie's name's floating around. I think Harden is in for the long haul with Philly. I like him in Philly. But if Harden's looking for another place potentially, maybe we can figure something out. But I don't know. Who's to say? One game at a time. When we get to that point, talking about what are we going to do to improve this team. I think Chris Paul has a small chance that he might stay, but I think this is his last run with us at least. With DeAndre Ayton, he just needs to keep on keeping on. What's up, Salt? How you doing? Gonna be wrapping up soon. No, Game 5 is in Denver. Game 6 will be back in Phoenix. So if we steal Game 5 in Denver, we can potentially close out in Game 6 in Phoenix. So that's gonna be tough. Kyrie, yeah, Kyrie's tough, man. You know the talent's there. It's just the rest of the juice. What are you gonna do? Trust me, I would love Kyrie on this team, but I don't want another Nets situation. But hey, we know Booker's in for the long haul. He's unproblematic. And then Kevin Durant, he's a good soldier. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do in Brooklyn. So I feel like as long as you have two superstars, you're okay, man. I feel like if Ayton can finish this season playing at least decent, average, like we can get some pieces out of him. And I'm looking at Indiana. If they're not salty about what we did with that offer sheet, we can talk about Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Maybe we can do something with that. I'll send him a couple picks. Yeah, as far as this series, man, Game 5 is a must because I do not want to go to Game 7 in Denver. I don't. The crowd's going to be crazy. The altitude. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Game 5 is a must-win. I think just about everybody's ready to move off of Ayton. He's just not living up to what we need him to be. He didn't need to be a number one pick. I don't put that much value and stock into who's ever picked that one. But he just needs to, deliver something every night. It's he's the X factor, unfortunately. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Game 5 is a must-win for us because if we can close it out in Game 6, I think we're feeling pretty good. Yeah, any other questions before I close this out? Thank you for everybody that joined. There was a good amount of traction tonight. great Phoenix Suns win. I was so happy. I was eating carne asada at my mom's house, watching the game, clapping. My fucking hands are red and shit from being pumped. But yeah, dude, stellar game. Oh, I guess we can talk about um, the rest of the games that are going on right now. Yeah, I truly believe. Me and Evan talked about this last pod when he had that really awful game. Like we were saying, maybe he just doesn't love basketball. Yeah, like he had a massive growth spurt, found something he was good at, and tackled that. He was amazing in college, and just like his game has translated to the NBA level. Don't get me wrong; he's had his moments, he's had his runs, but yeah, maybe Phoenix isn't the spot for him. But I know he loves it here. I know. I like he has a bittersweet relationship with the fans. I know this, but I feel like he loves the fans. I mean, this is home. I mean, he's been here basically his whole life. Yeah, it's hard not to be a Joker fan, man. I mean, I want to talk shit, but this dude don't miss, man. How about them Suns, Andre? How about them Suns? But hey, when we get to that road, when we're talking about what are we gonna do with Da, how are we gonna make this team better? Yeah, we'll definitely talk about what we can do. He was so good at U of A, man. Like he moved like a fucking guard, you know. Bummer. I said Suns in 6. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like a part of me thought we were cooked because we like just the continuity just wasn't there yet. But we figured some things out. We don't have everything figured out yet, but this was a good game from us at all fronts. Yeah, like we offered DeAndre Ayton. If y'all don't remember, like not last season, but the season before, we offered DeAndre Ayton a max contract, and it was for a 4 year. He wanted a 5 year, and we offered more money. So he basically kind of did like a prove it year. And with that Pelican series, I thought he's gonna get his money. Uh, well, like he did, but so he got his max contract. Uh, it was a lot less than uh, what was offered from us. He signed that offer sheet. He tested the market. No one was really biting at it because no one wants to pay a center like that, unless it's like Jokic or Embiid. And then with everything that was happening, like in the off season, I think he just overvalued himself a bit and just the landscape. But remember, James Jones signed it in like 5 seconds as soon as that link got sent to his email. I truly believe Da does want to be here and he wants to deliver. And I love Da so much. But if he needs to change the scenery, I'm just asking him to do his job, and we'll get him taken care of. Yeah, he's making 30 million. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But when we tried dealing with Brooklyn before the summer before we got KD, I mean, they already had Claxton. They didn't want Da, and then they didn't value Mikal Bridges like that. So it's tough, man. It's tough. Yeah, when we get to that road, we'll talk about it a little bit more. I do love DeAndre Ayton, though. It was rumored that Atlanta wanted him. Have like a swap with like Capella or something, or John Collins. The Pacers obviously wanted him, and then Mavericks have been dropping nuggets for the last couple of seasons about wanting DeAndre Ayton too. Yeah, they want to move off of Dwight Powell, but it's crazy. They took JaVale McGee and didn't play him at all. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's talk about the rest of the playoffs. What's going on? I'll give you all my predictions. What I had on the TikTok. Hey, yeah, follow the TikTok page, the He's on Fire TikTok page. I post pretty consistently on there. I'll probably do a couple videos tonight. Hey, if he balls the fuck out, good for him. As long as he delivers this year, I can't say shit. I can't. Like Wiseman, as soon as he got traded from Golden State to Detroit, he started playing really well. Sometimes it's just environment and culture and the freedom to do stuff. Because before Chris came, I mean, Da was solid, man. He was a good number two, and just stuff changes. And it's either you adapt or you don't. And we've seen Da adapt in the system, but things are just weird now since we have KD and all these this whole new set of expectations. Yeah, let's talk about the playoffs and shit. So Miami and the Knicks. I had Miami winning this series in 6. I do really like this Knicks team. But I'm gonna share my screen, make this easier. All right. So I had Miami winning this in 6. They won in a convincing fashion. What was it, today or yesterday? But yeah, I really like this Knicks team. Brunson's doing his thing, but unfortunately, it's going to come down to their depth and what Julius Randle can't provide. I love Mitchell Robinson. He's great for them, but I just don't think the Knicks have enough to win this series. But they're getting close to being a really, really good team. I'm a big fan of Jalen Brunson. I wasn't last year for obvious reasons. But Miami, Jimmy Butler had a great game. They just blew the brakes off of the Knicks. So up 2-1, you got to be feeling pretty good if you're in the Miami. What a Cinderella story, man. Everyone wrote them off because they've been playing like shit. Dude, all right, this Boston-Philly series. I have Philly winning this in 7. James Harden had a really bad game in game 3. Yeah, it was game 2 and 3. He was bad in those. The shot just wasn't falling. Joel Embiid was trying to do whatever, but they weren't facilitating the ball as much as they should have. And I'm hoping this was my thinking. Philly's good enough to beat Boston in a series. They absolutely are. If Tobias Harris shows up, if Tyrese Maxey does what he does best and score and facilitate, if James Harden is at least 60-70% of what he used to be, and if Joel Embiid is just him, they can go far. And with PJ Tucker's defense and with what he contributes, I'm like they're more than capable of beating this Boston team, and they really should be up 3-1 right now. But as a Phoenix Suns fan, I'm looking at the Eastern Conference like, okay, the Bucks are eliminated. The Boston Celtics look sus. Okay, they really do. Jason Tatum, I'm not sold on Tatum. Jaylen Brown does a lot of the carrying, and the rest of the team does a lot of the carrying. So I have Philly winning the series in 7. They could be up 3-1 right now, but for obvious reasons, they're not. Philly won tonight. They go back to Boston on Tuesday. If Philly wins in Boston, they will win the series. Next game. If they win on Tuesday, Philly will win the series. That's just my prediction. Yeah, like if Miami matches with the Celtics, it's going to be a long series for Boston. I will say that, and they might even close it out in 5. The Celtics might close out the Heat, but it's going to be a slugger. It's going to be draining. Yeah, Miami's a horrible matchup for the Knicks. Absolutely horrible. It's crazy, like how not deep Miami is, but they're deep at the same time. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Tatum either, but hey, his team's carrying. I wish Book had that luxury, Boston scares me a bit just because of their depth, and they can kind of just go off whenever. But if I was Monty going against the Celtics, I would double Jaylen Brown, settle on Jason Tatum shots, and just protect the rim running from Rob Will, and have Jock make sure Al Horford doesn't start pulling up from threes. That would be my game plan. But I'm not a coach. Yeah, what's crazy, Andre, is my finals prediction last season was Suns versus Miami. And for obvious reasons, that didn't happen. But what they're doing right now, I mean, they could get out of the East. That would be a crazy Cinderella story, considering they were just in the play-in. All right, let's get back to what's going on here. Yeah, I have Suns in 6. That's living up to par right now, but we'll see Tuesday. We'll see. If we steal one in Denver, that's going to be huge, and I will be at Game 6 in Phoenix for sure. Lakers, Golden State. I'm actually surprised how good the Lakers are playing. I thought Golden State would have sort of a field day with the Lakers just because this Lakers team is kind of new. We don't know what AD we're going to get on a night-to-night basis. LeBron is at the later stage of his playing career. And, just you don't know what you're going to get from Vando. They're not really playing Malik Beasley like that. They're not really playing Lonnie Walker like that. There's a lot of question marks on the Lakers, but they're playing really, really good. Lakers took game 1. Pretty decent game. Game 2, Warriors absolutely stomped the yard on the Lakers. But game 3, today, I mean, Lakers put on the same stomping, like a 3-point difference. I mean, like you see between the two games, and the Lakers absolutely ran the Warriors out the gym, man. I had Golden State winning this in 5 or 6, but the Lakers could do this in 7. They really can. And I'm not a guy to bet against LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan. But if anyone's going to take out Golden State, like it would be LeBron. So we'll see. We will see. And yeah, I mean that's all that's going on right now. But we will see, man. I'm feeling pretty good. The tides have changed. The tables are turned. The turntables, however you want to say it. If you're a Phoenix Suns fan, you gotta be feeling pretty good right now. Like we were down in the rough, being down 0-2. We are kind of accepting the fact that this trade wasn't a long shot. You absolutely make this trade if it's fall. Like if it fell in your lap, you absolutely pull the trigger. The expectations seem to be quite a hefty sort of burden to put on a team that's just sort of figuring things out, like in the playoffs, really, since they've had no playing time together. But the Suns are figuring stuff out. They're figuring out what they're going to do on the bench, their rotations. Their stars are showing up. We're playing pretty good defense. I'm feeling pretty good. I said Suns in 6. I'm not going to hold my breath. Knock on wood. We're just going to, we're not going to talk shit as Phoenix Suns fans. We're not going to say anything until the series is over. Good ethical ball is going on right now. And just enjoy, man. We're watching some legendary shit from Devin Booker. And to have Kevin Durant playing playoff ball for the Phoenix Suns, man. Dream come true. I've been liking Ross and Warren's minutes. I would take their misses any day. It's just we know that their scores. Obviously, Warren's not bubble Warren anymore, but we don't need him to be. Like he can average 5 points a game, and I'll be cool with that. And it's not like Warren's checking up shots. Ross was rushing his threes tonight, but when he actually slowed down and he took that dribble and he created for himself, he hit those shots. So do you like Embiid or Jokic more? It's tough. I I like Jokic's game more because he's just an offensively minded, high IQ player, and he just doesn't miss. I mean, he does everything. Embiid, it's tough. I really like Embiid. I'm not crazy about his play style. Does a lot of flopping. I like both. I really do. But if I was given a choice, who would I want to play like and have the IQ like? It would be Jokic. But Embiid absolutely deserved the MVP this year. And as good as Jokic is, I don't know if you want to give him 3 straight MVPs. I think when it comes to physicality, I'm a physical guy. I think I would pick Embiid. I don't know. Like you asked me today, I would say Jokic. If you ask me tomorrow, I might say Embiid. I mean, you really can't go wrong with either. If you take health out of the conversation, I mean, I'll probably pick Embiid. So the ball went out of bounds at the baseline. Matt Ishaba and like a couple of his buddies were right there. Josh Okogie went to dive for the ball. He landed in one of the guys' laps. Matt ended up catching the ball. He's holding it. Jokic comes sprinting and trying to get the ball, trying to get it inbounded, but the ref has to touch the ball. So he really shouldn't be going into the crowd like that. So Jokic forcing himself trying to get the ball from Matt. Matt like tosses the ball like away, not towards Jokic, but away. And they're arguing back and forth or whatever, and Jokic gives like a good elbow to Matt. He falls down and all that stuff, and then that tech was issued. So we're gonna find out tomorrow if Jokic is suspended. He did do it to an owner. I don't know if that makes the case worse or better, but as a Suns fan, I'm hoping Jokic is suspended. But as a basketball fan, of course, you don't want to see that. But we'll see. We'll absolutely see. Any other questions before we wrap up here? I was gonna finish the last episode of Better Call Saul and probably start at Mandalorian, so Anna can stop bothering me about it. I mean, we deserve some good karma from the Boris Diaw situation back in 2007. We got fucked in that. If you don't know about that, look it up on YouTube, man. Our players, I'm not even going to go on a tangent about it, but if you're ever curious, look that up. We got fucked in that. I mean, the tides have changed, man. I mean, we took care of home. If we steal in Game 5, man, I'm feeling good. After tonight, like this has been the most complete Phoenix Suns game from all standpoints, and I'm glad it's happening now, in a crucial game, because being down 3-1, tough. No, I didn't, Coda. I think you follow me on Twitter. If you want to shoot me a message of it, I'll pull it up. But it is rumored that we're going to have like an El Valley jersey next year, which I'm kind of ecstatic for. A lot of people trash the Navajo ones. I actually really like them. I didn't like them at first, but, it's like a city edition thing, and, it's for a purpose. It's not, to be different. But, yeah, I dig the Navajo symbolism and stuff. I think that was really cool for this year. And if we can show some Mexican representation in next year's uniforms, I'm totally in favor of that. I'm mixed. I have Hispanic blood in me, so that would be really cool. I need to buy a lot of jerseys. I've been slacking on buying jerseys. Yeah, because I want to sunburst KD. I just don't want to wait 3 months for it. I like the statement jerseys. I mean, the Suns the last 3 years have had like the best like jersey rotations, which is kind of crazy to say, because do you know what uniforms I really like? It's the Clit Charlotte ones, the black, gold, and the little turquoise on it. Those are probably my favorites. I love the colors on those. But the Suns by far the best rotation. We had the sunbursts, we had these statement jerseys. The Navajo symbolism was cool, and we still got to figure out. I mean, the white ones aren't bad. It's just like we've seen them for a few years. But I'm really hoping we do a black sunburst next year. Man, those are gonna fly off the shelves. A black sunburst or even a white sunburst. I don't think we can do it. I don't know the uniform rules and stuff, but I wish the NFL did something like this. I don't know why. Some people like it, some people don't, but I wish there was just more flavor in the NFL and stuff. I mean, I like the Arizona Cardinals uniforms, and we're not going to be able to, change shit around. Have you not seen Breaking Bad, Andre? One of the best shows of all time. And I'll let you know now. The first 3 episodes are kind of slow because it's introductory stuff. But dude, one hell of a story. And hey, if you want to get technical with it, watch Better Call Saul first. Watch that in its entirety, then watch Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul, I think it's like 6 seasons. It flies by if you're watching it. But if do that, then watch Breaking Bad. That'll probably give you a different perspective about everything. Yeah, it does. Yeah, because you start being introduced to the main catalyst of the show relatively quickly. Just you probably know like the premise of it, like the plot, and also like you're in the shit quick in Breaking Bad after a few episodes. I agree to a certain extent. The more that I see the Reds, the more that I like it. I didn't like it at first, but I mean, I really like the white and black ones. Hopefully, we can change the pants around. If we do that, I mean, I think we're cooking with grease. But the Reds, I really didn't like them at first, but the more that I look at it, I'm cool with it. I don't necessarily have a problem with the Arizona and the Cardinal switch. I mean, pick your poison. It seems so close to like the number, but hey, we'll see it on the field. I wish we were able to put the flag on there. I don't know why we weren't able to do it. I feel like if we had the option to, we probably would have did it. But Baltimore, I feel like they found like a loophole. Like they kind of have like an alternate logo, and they incorporated the flag in there, and they're just allowed to do it, I guess. But yeah, if you throw an Arizona flag on these uniforms, man, they're popping. But yeah, I think that covers just about everything. Again, I appreciate you guys for hopping on tonight. I know it's a little late; it's 10:30 Valley time, but big Suns win. Listen and watch these other Suns podcasters that come on after every game and stuff. I'm trying to do it after wins and stuff. Losses, I don't really want to talk about it, but man, Phoenix Suns, things are clicking. Things are clicking. Yeah, that they do look like the Buckeyes unis. But hey, I'm a Buckeyes fan, So I don't hate them, Imagine if we were allowed to do like the stickers and stuff on our helmets too. That'd be cool. But like, I wish we were allowed to have like a city or state edition jerseys for the NFL and stuff. That would be the one thing I would change if I was Roger Goodell. Yeah, I think Stroud is going to be really good. I definitely thought he was going to be better than Bryce and the rest of them. You think Will Levis will get a sponsorship from Levi's Jeans? I mean, he has that country look, and dude, like he's in Tennessee now. He's selling those like hotcakes. But I'm actually excited this year to be an Arizona Cardinals fan. For one like if we're asked, we get another high pick along with our million other picks. And two, I mean, we get to incorporate these nice additions that we got this year. Paris Johnson was a great pickup. We got some nice building blocks for the line. We got some stellar guys on the defensive end. We're going to be seeing Cam Thomas and Myjai Sanders a lot more this year. It's going to be fun. Zaven Collins is a little more experienced now. We didn't pick up Isaiah Simmons' fifth-year option. He's on a prove-it deal, basically. So he has to earn his money. And last year, I mean, he was stellar, but fucking Vance Joseph wasn't playing him. But Stroud is going to be good. I fully expect him to be good. And Will Anderson, too. If you're an Arizona Cardinals fan, you're kind of preying on the Texans' downfall. So, because we get their pick next year. Their 2 picks next year. Monty Ossenfort went crazy. But, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you again for everybody that joined tonight. Great Phoenix Suns win. Game 5 on Tuesday. Show your support. Like and subscribe. Leave more comments. Tell your friends and family. Share us on your social media networks. Yeah, follow me on Twitter at JJoyce. I'm pretty active on there. But, yeah, this is a big win tonight. Big win. Series tied 2-2. And the narratives are going to be different tomorrow from all the NBA outlets. They're going to talk about the Suns might be able to do it this year. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm going to knock on wood. I'm just going to enjoy as a fan, and hopefully we get to the promised land. Because this city is starving. The state is starving for a championship. But, we just got to keep on doing our thing. Keep on keeping on. But Game 5 Tuesday, if we steal it, it's going to be huge. Let me know if you're going to be at Game 6 if we steal Game 5. But, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But, I appreciate everyone coming. Thank you. And like and subscribe and all that. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Go Suns. Go Cardinals. And love your family. All right. Have a good one.